Okay. Hi guys, it's Faye from Custom Craft Blanks. Welcome to our bookmark tutorial. We've had a lot of interest in how we do our offset bookmarks, so we're going to walk you through that now. This is the Cricut video. You'll also see that there is a video available for Silhouette users. Okay, so when you open up your SVG that comes with your bookmark blank, you will see these two shapes. Okay. So the first thing you need to do is check your sizing. So I'm just going to pop the smaller one over the top of the bigger one. I'm going to center that, so up into a line, and I'm going to go center, okay, and I'm going to go group just because that's the easiest way to do it. All right, so now when I click on it, I can see that this one is 12.41 centimeters long and it is 4.468 centimeters wide. Now, that's actually the wrong sizing. Sometimes Cricut does import SVGs at the wrong size. So I'm going to change this to 12.5 and it's going to automatically update the width to 4.5. Okay, so that's the right sizing. So when you get an SVG from us, you'll have a text file and that text file will tell you the correct dimensions. So you always need to check your sizing first. Okay, sometimes even Silhouette will upload the sizing wrong. So if you first check your sizing before you do anything else, then you can't go wrong. All right, so I'm going to ungroup those again and I'm going to put them back. Okay, so this black piece here, that is the exact same size as your acrylic blank that you'll get from us. So we're not actually going to use this black piece. Okay, the black piece is included. It can sometimes be different colors, but the piece that's the same size as your blank is included for those advanced users who want to use that to make their own design. So if you didn't want to use this offset feature that I make, okay, and maybe you just want to put a few words across here, then you can use this black piece to gauge how big your writing can be and still fit on your blank. Okay, so it's just there for convenience for those advanced users. All right, so for this instance with these bookmarks, we don't need that. So I'm just going to pop it off to the side so then I can show you at the end what the finished product looks like. So this orange piece is 2 millimeters smaller on each of its sides than the blank. And the reason why we do this is so that your top coat, whatever it may be, has some of the blank to stick to. Okay, if you only stick your top coat to your vinyl, whether it's patterned or regular, okay, it gives a higher chance that your work will lift or bubble. I've seen instances where the entire decorated portion has just popped off of the blank completely because the top coat's not actually gripping to anything except this layer of vinyl. Okay, so by putting this edge around it, your top coat, whatever you're using, whether it's epoxy or it's one of the great water-based products that are available now, even UV resin, okay, with this offset, it's actually sticking to your design, but it's also sticking to the blank itself, okay, which means that your work's going to last a lot longer. So we recommend using this offset feature on all of our acrylic blanks. They come with all of the SVG files will have this offset built in. Okay. So we're going to use this piece out of patterned vinyl. Okay, so these are a great way to do bookmarks. You can do them in any designs that you like, and they're great for markets and gifts. Okay, so we're going to take some words out of it. So for the sake of this one, I'm just going to, we'll just write Mum, because we're getting a bit closer to Mother's Day. Okay, so this font that I'm using is a purchase one that I like. It's a great scripty sort of font for this purpose. Okay, so I'm going to size him down until it fits nicely in the blank with some room around it. Okay, so I'm going to go to about there to start with. Okay, so I think that's roughly the right size. So I'm going to go up here. I might just change that color so hopefully we can see it a bit easier. There we go. All right, so I'm going to pop up to offset, okay, and I'm going to put a 2 millimeter offset on these words. Okay, so that's 0.2 centimeters. Okay, I'm going to wait for that to update. Sometimes it takes a minute to update, so I'm assuming that's the right sizing there. So I'm going to go apply. Okay, so now you can see we've got the words in purple, we've got this black edge, okay, and then we've got our orange blank. All right, so I'm just going to pop the blank out of the way for a second, and I'm going to group these. Okay, so now when I put it back, I think that's a little bit big. So I'm just going to size it down a little bit, okay, because remember you want to see your pretty vinyl around the outside of this, and you don't want it too close to the edge because it just makes it harder for you. All right, so now I'm happy with that placement. I'm going to select them all, and I'm going to pop up to align, and I'm going to go center. Okay, so we pretty much had it in the center, but I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and I'm going to ungroup this text. Okay, I'm going to drag this purple one out of the way because we're going to cut that out of whatever we want our writing color to be. I like to use black a lot. It stands out against all pattern vinyls, but you can certainly match it to your vinyl if you want to. You could do it in holographic or in chrome or whatever you like, really. Okay, so then I'm going to select this orange, which is our inset bit, and our text offset. Okay, and we're going to go down in here the corner and we're going to go slice. So we're essentially taking some scissors and we're going to cut this offsetty bit out of the pattern vinyl piece that we want. Okay, so then I can drag it away and you can see I've now got a hole in there. So I'm going to delete these cut pieces because we don't want those. All right, so now when we go to cut this with our Cricut, it's going to cut this piece and we're going to tell it to cut that out of the pattern vinyl, and then we're going to cut this piece out of whatever feature vinyl we want it to be. And if I pop those in the center, all right, so that's how it's going to look. So I'm just going to group these so that I can drag this behind it, and that'll give you a really good idea of what your finished bookmark is going to look like. So I'm just going to center those. Oops, missed it. There we go. I'm just going to center those. So there you go. That's what your bookmark will look like. So in your case, assuming you've got a clear bookmark, where it's black is going to be clear. Where your orange is where your pattern vinyl is going to be, and where your purple is where your writing is. Okay, and that's ready to cut. So you definitely don't touch this black one. You don't need to use it when you're cutting your product. So now that we've had a look at how it'll look, I can just delete that. And we only need to cut these two pieces. So I'm going to ungroup them so that they can send through. And we're going to cut 1, 2 pieces and assemble them. Okay. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please contact the Custom Craft Blanks page. Send us a message and we'll be sure to help you out. I hope that helps.